Welcome to the Magic on the Inside podcast by the Sisters Enchanted, where we chat magic, hot topics, personal development, and good old-fashioned life. Brew up something delicious and sit with us for a spell.
Welcome to this episode of the Magic on the Inside podcast. I'm Sara, founder of the Sisters Enchanted.
You are?
Maybe. Depends on who's asking. That's my favorite thing to say.
Oh, well, it's me, Anna, the co-founder of the Sisters Enchanted.
Woot. Woot.
A woot. A woot.
A woot to the boot. We're not centered on our videoing of this. So, welcome y'all into the Sisters Enchanted here. And today we are talking to you about the new moon in Leo, the Leo new moon. And
in case you didn't know, the Leo new moon and the new moon in Leo are the same.
That's enough of your snarkiness.
I'm glad that you covered this.
It's also the Lion's Gate portal. Portal.
Portal.
You have to talk that way.
I want to talk into the side of it.
Okay, Anna, give us an overview of Leo energy to start, please.
Yes. So Leo energy, let's talk about it this way. This is one of my favorite ways to talk about Leo. You're welcome. Leo, I like to associate Leo energy when it's in its best and highest self, like Mufasa from The Lion King. He's in control. He's humble. He's a leader. Hello. My microphone's floppy.
No, it's fine. We fixed it. Continue on with your Mufasa story.
It's still floppy.
Well, it is, but we put it better, I think.
Okay, in his best self, yes, he's the king of the Pride Lands. He's humble. He's caring. He's looked up to. He's beloved. And he is responsible with this kind of responsibility he's been handed, right?
You're as bad as me. I'm like the new moon in Leo. The Leo new moon. He's responsible with his responsibility.
Yes.
Our head is not here. Like, we need to get in the game.
Well, my hand's numb. I think that might have something to do with it. So, on a side note, okay, and then so that is Leo, sun, ego in its best version of itself, right? And then Leo, we talk about ego because it's in astrology. The Leo sign of the zodiac is the one that's aligned with the sun in the sky. So that's our ego. And we've talked about it in the past that ego is not a bad thing. We all need ego to be driven, to be independent, to be who we want to be.
True.
It's just when your ego is in shadow or too much light that it becomes hindered and your ego becomes unbalanced. And then you get that negative connotation that comes with the word ego. So in its best light, Mufasa. Yes. When it gets too much light and it's too prideful, its ego is too lit, too flamed. We have somebody like Scar who believes that they are entitled to positions, responsibility, celebrity, acknowledgement that really they don't deserve because their head's in the wrong place for it. They want it for all the wrong reasons. Their ego is too bolstered. Yeah. Okay. On the other end of the shadow side of that, we can look at like Simba, for instance, who was given a lot of confidence and then has a shaken amount of confidence. And their ego is so confused that they've lost sight of who they are and like what they need to be to find their ego again and to have a healthy ego. This ego has shut off. And it isn't until they find their confidence, find clarity, find sense of purpose and understanding that this ego becomes more in balance, where you start to see that trailing back into being a balanced ego into that kind of Mufasa state. So I'm using the Lion King as you would. I
wouldn't expect any less from you.
Explain. So that's how I like to see that. So they're all, part of the same family. They all have somewhat, obviously not Scar, but kind of equal ground to have this leadership, this responsibility to be charismatic, to be looked upon, to be in the spotlight. They just can't wait to be king.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the differences between like an overinflamed ego that's not healthy, and then an ego that's undernourished and confused, then what the ego looks like when it's in its best possible light.
So that is the energy of this new moon is really,
it's the Lion King.
Yeah, that strength, that confidence, and like abundance too, because when you're feeling confident and you're feeling strong, that's when we're in that mind frame of seeking and bringing abundance to us because we're acknowledging what we're abundant in a helpful way. Now, this new moon is on August 8th, which is also the Lionsgate portal. And so I am by no means an expert on the Lionsgate portal.
I thought you were going to say the Lion's King.
The Lionsgate. Oh my gosh, we need to start over on this day.
No, this is great. This is good stuff.
This is good fodder. Okay, so I have no means an expert on the Lionsgate portal, and a lot of that is because just the way that my personal practice is, I don't typically, outside of like the Sabbats, the moons, that's just a lot of life happening, and so like another thing to kind of stop for, right? But this year though is really interesting because that Lionsgate portal, it is on the August 8th. And it's a time when the star system of Sirius is aligned with the Earth. And there's all kinds of like history to this. And like most things that we talk about in this metaphysical, spiritual world, the history is, it's how accurate is it? We don't really know. People do the best they can. But the idea is that this is, the alignment of it is so that we have this like opportunity of expansion and abundance and this fire and that lion roaring, growing energy because of this alignment. And I think what's really cool though, like, as I mentioned already, is that it lands 8/8, August 8th is the new moon in Leo this year as well, which doesn't always, it doesn't always line up that way. And the number 8 numerologically, it's the infinity symbol, infinite abundance. And so it's, I think, even me, for a person who doesn't normally like stop and do something, sort of acknowledging the Lionsgate portal, like this year, August 8th is of note for sure with the new moon, that lion energy, that strength, roaring, confidence energy. So I think of like sunflowers when I think of Leo season, and with this Lionsgate portal. So in terms of like doing abundance style work, and for those of you who are in our Conjuring Abundance program, bust that out because that's your day, y'all.
To conjure some abundance.
Yeah. And like we have an episode where we talk about portals. We can link it up, but it totally went down a rabbit hole of Santa and how Santa is the portal master, because how else could Santa get all around the world? But
you know what? That was a really good podcast.
Yeah.
And I recall it got a lot of really good feedback.
It was like our most highest intelligence ever. Portals, they are like this opportunity to step into something different and kind of quickly shift, right? You're an invitation to quickly go somewhere else. And that's what we want to do with the Lionsgate portal, quickly shift into an abundance area. And remember that abundance can look all different ways. It can look, you can be abundant in self-care, abundant in money, abundant in love, abundant in food and blessings and health and rest. Yeah. So abundance doesn't just mean money, as like I think we tend to think of abundance as, because often it's something else you need to be abundant in first to be abundant in money, like abundant in clarity, abundant in confidence. And then from there, the financial abundance comes. Words of wisdom.
Indeed.
So one of the things we always talk about is looking at your own birth chart to see where these things are happening. So for me, I have mine pulled up here. Now my Leo is fairly empty, but I've got some Leo energy in my second house and in my third house with nothing major in them. So second house and third house for me. And if I'm not mistaken, Anna, that's going to be like my direct environment, right? Like what I'm doing, second house and third house.
Short distance travel, siblings, communication.
Ooh, are we going to be abundant in siblings and communication?
Maybe.
In sibling time and communication?
Maybe.
How can we be more abundant in communication?
Well, actually, truth to speakers, I don't ever see you anymore.
I know. Well, because
It's been like weeks.
You moved like a 12-minute drive away. Anna used to live a 30-second drive, and now Anna lives a 12-minute drive, and I simply can't manage that
You
trip.
just simply can't accommodate me anymore.
You don't accommodate
It all
me either.
started, you had like a month of social distractions and camping and all these things, and you were just gone while I was moving. You were just gone.
I know,
and then you were like, I don't have time to see you now that you've moved. You've just been away.
Okay, I never actually said those words.
I know.
But I mean,
but
it's
sisters, and because we're abundant in communication.
It is far. And on top of it being a whole 12 minutes, I don't particularly enjoy your driveway, and the parking situation kind of stresses me out, which also is making me resistant to driving the 12 minutes.
I am resistant to your driveway in your parking situation. You don't even have a driveway. Your camper is so big in your driveway that you can't even see your house.
You have to park
in my grass. And then if it rains, you park. No, it's not grass. It's mud. A mud puddle.
From all the parking in it.
And then you have to get out, and then there's mud everywhere, and likely numerous amounts of toads.
Yeah, I do have a toad situation.
Yeah. Yeah, because they know that
they know a witch lives there.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
The toads are abundant at my place of residence.
The bunnies and foxes are abundant where I live.
We have bunnies too. They've been living under my deck.
I opened the door the other day to my new residence 12 minutes away from Sarah. A whopping 12 minutes away from Sarah. And like 3 bunnies' heads popped out of the grass and like 30 birds. They all looked at me.
Oh my gosh.
Like I was Snow White.
When Anna moved, or when she was buying this house, I gave her so much grief because technically it's 2 towns over where she lives, although it's only 12 minutes.
Because I live like right on the line.
It is technically 2 towns over. And so I was like, oh great, I have to get my passport renewed to come visit you. Or like, I don't know. I think the time difference, the time zones, is just gonna be too much for me to maintain.
Sarah sometimes asks me how the
relationship.
weather is in Alaska.
Yeah, even though we live in Connecticut, and I'll just be like, how's it in Alaska? Or like, I don't know, Spain. How are things over in Spain?
It's very mature of you.
No one ever said I was mature. I never claimed to be mature. I claim to be a lot of things. Mature is not one of them. I claim to be right often and know it all, but I am not mature. If you ever thought I was, you are mistaken.
If you came here for maturity and adult behavior, turn away.
I can be wise, which
Look
is
away.
different than mature.
Look away.
I'm very immature. Very. Anyway, okay. So, Lionsgate Portal. Oh, yeah. Abundance and siblings. Yeah.
I think I have more. I think that I have
Your midheavens in.
my midheavens in Leo, but so is most of my 9th house. I feel like I have an asteroid in there, but I'm just not sure which one. I think it might an asteroid. I think it might be Vesta. Are you looking?
No.
Because you could look. Because
I could look.
in our workspace,
We have everybody's
birth charts so that we can compare and contrast. But mine's going to make me authenticate myself, and yours is
Well, yeah, like most companies, they have like
me
all these
see.
things, and our company has everybody's birth charts in a file. So we can all see how we're going to work together at any given time.
I was wrong. It's not Vesta. Vesta's in my 8th house in Cancer. It's my Hygeia. Is in Leo in the 9th.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Well, then, maybe you should take an astrology course.
It's almost like we should teach one.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like we do teach one.
No, and it's being reopened soon with a fresh 300 some odd page workbook.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Anyway, all right. So you want to look in terms of the new moon and setting your intentions. Consider this confidence energy. Consider this abundance energy, this strength, and this ego. Like, what is your ego doing right now?
Don't be Scar.
Don't be Scar. Be Mufasa.
Yeah. Or be Simba and be willing to learn.
Mm-hmm. And where is that in your birth chart if you're able to access your birth chart? Because that's a really great way to dial in the energy and how it's impacting you when you're setting an intention for this lunar cycle. And then we have that great Lionsgate portal. Cue the portal. You're supposed to go
Simba.
portal.
Portal.
And you think about that and just the abundance that you want to conjure up in addition. So like, where do you want to make quick change abundantly? And I challenge you not to go to money firsthand, but like, what is the thing that you need before the money, right? And work on that thing. And then where is that in your birth chart, and kind of really dial in a super awesome intention.
Yeah.
Like for me, my immediate life looks like how can I be stronger in my immediate life, stronger in the communication, feeling abundant in those relationships. And what's the fastest way to do that?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm very, I would say, symbol-like in my midheaven, my Leo space, I would say. And I could really use some abundance in confidence. And that's physical confidence, that's mental confidence, that's all sorts of confidence, because I'm very symbol-like. Am I king? Am I not king? Am I king? Did I have a horrible, tragic family accident that's my fault or not my fault? I don't know. Because Simba, he thinks he's responsible.
I know. What do you think you're responsible for?
Nothing. I'm just...
My goodness. We need a discussion.
Therapy?
We need that sister communication.
No, I don't think I'm responsible for anything.
Okay.
I was just
throwing
being
that out
symbolic.
there. So I want to go over a tarot spread that's in our app for the new moon in Leo. And we're going to talk about that in 1 minute. I just want to let you know, though, this Lion King thread, I know it's weird and all, but maybe it's not weird. Maybe to you it's not. But growing up, Anna and I we watched that a lot, and we would always sing that the
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Timba. That's not Timba. It's not Timba.
What's his name? Timon and Pumbaa.
There you
go. I put Pumbaa and Timon
Timba.
together and got Timba. I was Pumbaa.
Yeah, I was Timon.
We would sing the song.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, in the appropriate roles. Because Anna was a string bean when we were children.
Yeah.
And I had some extra, I enjoyed food.
Oh, how the tides have changed. we gotta re-record a Hakuna Matata, but we'll have to flip these roles. You can be Timon. I'll be Pumbaa.
Okay.
Because
all right.
I'm abundant in curves.
So am I, aren't we all? Okay. So the new moon in Leo, let's look at this tarot spread. You can find it in our app. It'll also be on our blog for you. What you have right here is a few questions. So what past influence is contributing to my abundance right now?
Yeah,
what present
family drama
influence is contributing to my abundance? What future influence is contributing to my abundance? Where do I need to stand taller in my life? And where do I need to move focus away from myself? Because that ego, right, we can really just look at focus on us and not see what's happening around us in the greater good. So you can find that on the blog. You can also find it in our app, sistersenchanted.com/app, or just find it wherever you get your apps, The Sisters Enchanted. Search it out, y'all.
It's there.
Okay.
It's real.
So one thing I want you to know real quick before we end this today, this Friday, August 6th, we are hosting a live workshop all about the new moon, setting intentions. And with this workshop, we're going to talk about setting an intention longer term. You're going to walk away with 4 lunar cycles worth of worksheets and planning to not only set intentions, but practice integrating them, doing shadow work, and creating a future vision, and then doing it again over 4 lunar cycles. There's also some cool bonuses. So we're going to put the link to that under or around this video or this podcast audio, depending what you're listening to. You can also find it on our social media or just reach out to us anywhere you can find us and we will get you that link. But it's super cool. It's $9, like really $9. And
really?
I know, it's such a good deal. And you'll get the workshop. Like I said, there's some extra info that comes with it. Plus, we're going to talk about this whole intention setting thing over 4 lunar cycles. So we'll do it one time. You're going to have the information. And we're going to give you examples of what it might look like to set that intention long term. So it's really good stuff. Register for that. And happy new moon in Leo and lots of abundance to you under the Lionsgate portal.
I just can't wait to be king in my head.
Okay, then. All right, everyone. Until next time, we hope that you have an enchanted rest of your day ahead. Bye.